Hey, everybody, it's Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 free agent re-signings. But before we get into it, if you want to show your support for the channel, hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon if you want updates on the latest content. All right, so some of the free agent re-signings. We're going to start with the good. James OShaughnessy, tight end. My man, James OShaughnessy. I love this re-signing. I think he is really a hard worker. Showed signs of greatness in 2019 with Gardner Minshew. They seem to have a connection. Unfortunately, he got hurt during that Panthers game. And it was unfortunate because I think he was really going to have a breakout season, and I was kind of worried he was going to get cut because it seemed like we were purging all of our good guys. We cut Tyler Eifert, who was a veteran, and I was just hoping we kept OShaughnessy, and we did. So I have to give the Jaguars kudos there. Nice to have some veteran leadership in a slim tight end room. But I like James OShaughnessy. I think he's gonna be there. He's gonna make some plays. And I think it's going to be exciting to watch. So nice to see James OShaughnessy back in Jacksonville. All right, Dewayne Smoot. I think this is a good re-signing. They gave him some decent money, which, given the numbers he put up last season, I could probably debate. But I think this is a good re-signing. I like Dewayne Smoot. I've had him on the podcast. I think he plays his heart out, and maybe with this scheme, the 3-4, maybe he shines. Maybe Joe Cullen finds out a way to utilize him more. But I'm glad we have him back, a guy that's been on the team, for a bit, and I really like to see him back again. I'm really excited to see what he can do for the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, so we go next to Logan Cook, my man Logan Cook. He could be like second MVP, below James Robinson and Miles Jack, man. He had a great season last year. Really just had some nice punts, and glad to see him back. Reminds me of Brian Barker, a guy who played with the Jaguars, punter back around the mid-90s to 2000s. And this is a guy you need, right? He's going to put your team in, a good defensive position, can really kick the hell out of the ball, and it's really nice to see him back. So glad to have Logan Cook back. Special teams, definitely an area that we need solid depth at. So, all right, so we go to who is that? Tyler Shatley. Tyler Shatley. I like this signing. Tyler Shatley is a plug and play, offensive lineman. He can play guard. He can play center. And I thought he did really well last year, filling in for Brandon Lindner, who, has had some problems with injuries. I like Brandon Lindner. I think he's, a solid center, but we need somebody who's going to stay healthy, who's going to be able to fill in when needed. And you know what? The guard and the center position are kind of shaky right now. I mean, we have AJ Cann, who's going to be entering 2021, really on the last year of his deal. I think he is, it's unknown whether we're going to re-sign him or not. He's had some injury problems. Andrew Norwell, I haven't been a big fan of him. I think he's played poorly given the amount of money that we pay him. I know he's restructured his deal, but when you're getting blown off the ball, pushed into Gardner Minshew and causing sacks, that's never a good thing. So I like this signing a lot. I like Tyler Shatley. I think he's underappreciated, and I think he can fill in if Norwell goes down or Can goes down, or I don't know, if Lindner goes down, he's that guy who can fill in. He's done a really good job, and I think he's really underappreciated. So nice to have Tyler Shatley back on the team. All right, so we go to Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, man. I like this hire, or I like this re-signing rather, a lot. Had him on the podcast. Check that episode out. Very cool story. I feel like there's not a lot of Australian football players that I know in the league. Maybe that's just out of my own ignorance, but I think it's really cool of him, coming to the Jaguars, his story, and just getting to the NFL, and him being a great rotational player. He had some great stops last year, and it's just nice to have a veteran on the team. And, I'll be really interested to see what he can do next year, because I think we have a plethora or a lot of, Jacksonville Jaguars defensive tackles. I don't know what's going to happen during training camp, or whether some of these guys are going to get cut or not. We'll see what happens. But I'd like to see Adam Gotsis on the team, and I think he brings a lot to the Jaguars. Okay, Aldrick Rosas, place kicker. We had a lot of problems last year with special teams, with Josh Lambo getting hurt. And Aldrick Rosas was clutch coming in for us, being able to make some of those field goals, extra points, and it really helps us. So glad to have some depth at the kicker position. So let's go to the bad. All right, Josh Jones. Oh, this guy. So we traded Ronnie Harrison. We picked this guy up, I believed, on waivers or something. And everyone was like, oh, he beat out Ronnie Harrison. This guy was terrible last year for Jacksonville. So many penalties, like helmet to helmet. It's just the worst time. I think his only shining moment was he had a pick against the Ravens game, which was a blowout anyways. But the secondary was just like so bad. And I just don't know why we resigned this guy. Maybe we needed a backup. I don't know, but not really enthused about Josh Jones. I would have rather had Ronnie Harrison back on the team. I think he would have played better. Just another sign that Jacksonville was tanking. All right. So then we go to Tre Herndon again. Terrible. You saw the secondary last year. Terrible play. The defense was ranked 30th in the league. And the coverage is bad. I think we're very lucky to have Sidney Jones and Shaq Griffin and CJ Henderson. Hopefully he has a good year. But Tre Herndon, I wouldn't have re-signed this guy. I just would have cut him or just let him walk in free agency. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe the Jaguars are hedging. Maybe they're just kind of signing him as a backup or a fail-safe. But I think this guy is not going to help Jacksonville very much in the long run. All right, so we go to Cam Robinson. Oh man, have a lot to say about Cam Robinson. Nothing personal against the guy. I just think, geez, our quarterbacks have just gotten beat up when he's been the left tackle. It's just Foles going down when he's hurt. Minshew, running around for his life. Just heart and balls, man, heart and balls. And it's crazy, man. I saw a tweet from, I believe it was either Adam Schefter. I think it was Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport, where he said that Cam Robinson was a premier left tackle. No, that is not true. This is a frustrating topic for me because left tackle, we're coming into the draft with, the number one pick, and everyone's getting excited about Trevor Lawrence. But if we do not have a good offensive line, this could be disastrous. There could be a Joe Burrow situation. I hope it doesn't happen, but Cam Robinson, I think, is probably at best an average left tackle. There were other options out there. There was some talk about bringing Trent Williams in. There's some other Jaguars YouTubers that were just like really, really in love with Trent Williams. And, Trent Williams is a guy that hasn't played a full season since 2013. So let that sink in. He wants a lot of money, and San Francisco paid him a lot of money. He got his bag, so he's cool with that. But he's not a guy that I would bring in. I live in Washington. I watched the drama with, the Washington football team and him, and, how he held out. And, I know he had some health stuff going on too, but I don't think he was the guy. We have Alejandro Villanueva out there, a guy that's been very durable. It's played, I believe, like 4 seasons where he played 16 games straight. And is, I would say, above average left tackle. And some people get salty because he's from the Steelers, but you know what? Hey, he's played more games than Cam Robinson. So, I would take him, get him on a decent deal. But yeah, that's, in terms of free agent re-signings, not too in love with that signing. He'll get $14 million. They franchise tagged him. And you know what? I think we really need to go for a left tackle in this draft. And we have the 25th pick right now. I think we need to trade up. We need to make moves. I'm going to put out a couple more episodes about that, with free agency moves or maybe trades that we can do in the draft, mock drafts, etc. But let me know how you feel about this situation. Let me know how you feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 free agent re-signings. If you want to show your love and support, subscribe to the channel, come by Apple Podcast, leave me some feedback. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.